So this is an old coal-burning fireplace. You can tell because of how small the actual firebox is. It's a really narrow one. Like this mantle is one that could be put on a wood-burning fireplace, and they're usually much bigger like this. They're usually with these cast iron shells, these covers, they go here. There's this centerpiece that covers up the firebox. It's called a summer cover because in the summer, you're not trying to heat your house. So what you would do is you would cover it up to help keep birds and bugs and whatever coming in and out and drafts and blah, blah, blah. What you would do is lift up like this and pull it out when it's time for the winter to come and you want to burn your fire. Now look how shallow this is. This is actually particularly shallow for a coal fireplace. These brackets here, there would have been a basket that would sit right here, and you would have your coals all lumped in here, and they would burn, and they would radiate out the heat, and then it would just draw up this chimney flue right here. They're not safe to use. This one particularly is not because this is only 5 inches deep. And it's really too small, and the bricks are in rough shape, and we just ain't got it in the budget to rebuild this so it can be used, so we just not gonna. Other people used to do is put your summer covers back in, and they would add a wood-burning stove. Big old monster stoves that would sit out here, but you also had to vent them. Cut a big old hole through your summer cover and use the chimney to vent it out. So when you see these round holes in covers, they look like painted paper plates. Those are covers where a wood-burning stove used to be. Something people also used to have is gas stoves as well, and they would have vented them out the chimney just the same. They would run gas lines up through the floor, and this is where you would hook up your gas line to your stove to heat your house and vent it up through the chimney just the same, but this one's been disconnected. But I'll leave it because it's cute, because this is like way illegal, way against code right now, but I just think it looks cute, so I'm leaving it. So just like nowadays how it's cheaper to keep all of your like plumbing together and bathrooms and kitchens close together, same thing with building chimneys and fireplaces. So here's a fireplace, but then the next wall over, here's the fireplace for the next room. Now, it wasn't like these modern things now where one fire heats both rooms. It wasn't like that. They're two separate fireplaces, but they built them up into one chimney stack. Two separate flues that go up, but then you can only have to cut one hole in your roof instead of two. All right, so this was another coal burning fireplace, but this one doesn't have a hole cut into it, so they didn't use this one to vent any other kind of other stove they added, but it's the same thing. This is a summer cover, and it's just a different design. Oh, this one's much heavier. But very shallow, you still have your brackets right here where you would have hung a basket. So this, even though it's walled around, is still a chimney. Now there's this funky little mantle here. I think maybe that was added later. You see there's a hole cut out where there was another stove, something that was vented out into this chimney. There's another hole right here where something was cut in and they used this chimney to vent it out. Now, this is in the rear of the house. It wasn't as formal, so they didn't need some big, pretty mantle to impress your neighbors and your visitors that come over. So they just built a chimney. We're gonna put in a stove. There's another gas line right here. It's just your back utility room, but you still want to heat it, so we got our chimney here. This is the kitchen. There used to be a chimney that was on the outside of the house. It's gone. But they also vented out a stove. Somebody chopped through this wood support, this brace, and put in a flue to the chimney here. Not very smart, but someone did that. Then later on, they used the chimney to vent a water heater that was sitting here. So all these things that have combustible things in them, you have to vent out those gases somehow. So this was another vent that went out and it went into the chimney and it vented up.